Hello, hello. Hopefully my audio is working. I've been having a time with it the last couple of days. But that's okay. Hi, welcome. Today we're talking about JD Vance and reading out the JD Vance dossier. For anybody who doesn't know, that's why dossier is spelled backwards in the title, because people don't want people to know about this or talk about it, particularly over on Twitter, currently known as X. So that's what we're going to work on today. That's what we're going to read today. This thing is... How long is this thing? I've already forgotten. This thing is 271 pages long. We read it once a week on Thursdays before we go and play Mert Mart over on Twitch, and before we do art also over on Twitch. So if you're interested in either one of those, please go into the links in the description. This thing is not currently linked in the description, as it was a download and I don't have a copy of it, but if you guys really want your own copy, just let me know and I'll see if I can get it to you. We are on page 47 out of 271. So basically the way things work here, hi, I'm Chesh, if you're new. If you're not new, hi, welcome back to the shit show. Welcome to the trash can, El Goblinos. We are, Mondays, we're talking about a online harassment group and campaign that is and was still active, surrounding a bunch of just bully YouTubers that supported a voice actor named Vic Mignogna. Next Monday, we'll be talking about the that umbrella guy. We've already talked about Nick Rakita, and we've already talked about Yellow Flash. We will also, on Tuesday and Wednesday, we are reading through the Project 2025. We are 430-ish pages into 900, so we're doing pretty well. And then this is today, Thursday, obviously this. Fridays is Dumbfeck Friday, so please join us for that. Although we might not have a Dumbfeck Friday today. Manya may or may not be under the weather right now. I haven't confirmed what's going on with her. She might just need a nap and a snack, because, sometimes it just do be like that. But hair suitable for viewing, you've put on your eye protection. Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us. And let's just jump into this. Last time we were here, we covered the amount of money and the amount that was coming and going from JD Vance's campaign and from JD Vance himself. Now we're going to go into the Ohio Secretary of State stuff, which will also include some of the money and what had gone on with that. So, I stopped at page 420 last time. And then yesterday, on Tuesday, I stopped on page 420. On Wednesday, I was at page 430 something, if I'm not mistaken. Because we finished the chapter on chapter 13. Some of the chapters in Project 2025 are so long that I have to divvy them up into two. Sorry. All right, Ohio's Secretary of State. According to the Ohio Secretary of State, Vance has contributed an aggregate of amount of money X to campaign committees in the state of Ohio. This was Ohio Secretary of State assessed 02/23/2024. In 2021, Vance contributed $4,100 to Kennedy for Ohio. Voting records, J.D. Vance has been a registered voter in Hamilton County, Ohio since September 11th, 2018. Vance registered as a Republican in May of 2022. Since 2018, Vance has failed to vote in at least 4 elections, including the 2020 primary elections. Vance previously registered to vote in Hamilton County on May 17, 2013. Vance did not vote in Hamilton County while previously registered there. Vance initially registered to vote as an unaffiliated voter in Butler County, Ohio in July of 2004. Voting in the 2004 and 2006 general elections while registered there. Vance later registered to vote in Franklin County, Ohio in April 2017, failing to vote in 2 elections while registered in the county. Note, additional records related to Vance's voter history have been submitted. An update will be provided upon receipt. Hamilton County, Ohio. According to the Hamilton County Board of Elections, Vance has been an actively registered voter in Hamilton County, Ohio since September 11, 2018. Voter Profile Report, James David Vance, Hamilton County Board of Elections, filed 09/11/2018. Ohio Open Records Act request filled 01/22/2024. So that's the reference. That's the citation, like where they got the information from. Screenshot of what we just read. Blah blah. Voter ID registered. Yada yada yada. Voter profile record. On May 26, 2022, Vance registered as a Republican Party voter. Again, you can see the transaction ID, old value rep, new value rep, and the date of 09/12/2022, as well as a date of 05/26/2022. Party code non-rep. Since 2018, Vance has failed to vote in at least 4 elections: the 2018, 2019, 2020, and 2021 primary elections. And here's the filing. Voting type: EE, vote at poll, vote at poll, vote at poll, in person, vote at poll, vote at poll. So it says the voting type, voter date recorded. Citations. This is what citations look like. Project 2025, by the way. This is what that looks like. This is what receipts look like for all you drama mongers out there and people who like to put out like harassment campaigns and stuff. That's what a receipt looks like. This is what real research actually looks like. This is journalism right here. Vance previously registered to vote in Hamilton County, Ohio on May 17th, 2013. And you can see, are you a citizen? Yes. Are you at least 18 years of age? Yes. JD Vance. Address. The post office. Zip code. You can see Hamilton there. The signature is at the bottom. JD Vance does not appear to have voted while registered in Hamilton County during this time. Franklin County, Ohio. According to the Franklin County Boards of Elections, Vance registered to vote in Franklin County, Ohio on April 4th, 2017. And as you can see, here is the... I like this handwriting, but regardless. Between 2017 and 2018, Vance voted in the 2017 general and special elections. There they are. Eligible, vote at poll. Not eligible, vote at poll. Butler County, according to the Franklin Court Board of Elections, Vance, then Hamill, registered as a Republican Party voter in Butler County, Ohio on July 30th, 2004. And this screenshot is a goddamn horrific mess. So whoever scanned this did a god fucking awful job. Some of it you can read. I was in Ohio. I was an Ohio resident for over 19 years, I think is what the remarks that says. Jesus. Well registered in Butler County, Vance voted in the 2004 and 2006 general election. Voting history, general of November and November. Note, additional records relating to Vance's voter history have been submitted. An update will be provided upon receipt. So by the time you're watching this, or by the time I'm doing the stream as of right now, which is October 10th, 2024, there might already be updates to this. Ohio education records. According to the National Student Clearinghouse, JD Vance graduated from Ohio State University in August of 2009 with a bachelor's degree in science of philosophy. Ohio State University, according to the National Student Clearinghouse, JD Vance. I literally just read that out. And here's the information provided. Citing the school, you can see the big watermark in the back. National Student Clearinghouse, Bachelor of Arts, the Ohio State University, Political Science and Philosophy. Since 2023, public compensation records. Since 2023, JD Vance has received approximately $203,000 in taxpayer-funded compensation while serving the United States Senate. 2013 to present is since 2023, Vance has received approximately $200 and blah blah blah, and here's the 2024 and 2023 of $174,000 per annum. Military records. According to the U.S. Department of Defense Manpower Data Center, JD Vance served in the U.S. Marine Corps between September 22nd of 2003 and September 21st in 2007. Here is his record. You can see the birth date says August 1984. Yada yada yada. September 2003. Active duty. Active duty end date. yada, yada, yada. Lobbying. So again, it's all just the citations that actually confirm that these things are in fact true about JD Vance. Lobbying records. While not a lobbyist himself, JD Vance's old law firm, Sindley Austin, lobbied on behalf of several controversial clients during his tenure with the company. Between 2014 and 15, Sidley Austin lobbied on behalf of Purdue Pharma, the maker of OxyContin, who had paid billions of dollars in criminal and civil penalties related to the opioid epidemic. So when JD Vance talks about the opioid crisis and this issue with fentanyl, his law firm, while he was working there, was literally lobbying on behalf of people causing the opioid epidemic, or at least having a large hand in it. Likewise, between 2014 and 2015, Sidley Austin lobbied on behalf of multiple Chinese Communist Party affiliated companies, including Alibaba and Kaisa Group. So again, I would like to point out, when we're reading about and when JD Vance is doing a debate with Tim Waltz about, and he brings up how China is such a threat, well, then if it's such a big threat, maybe stop supporting the Chinese Communist Party. Right? It's convenient that it's fine for you to work with them, but also not at the same time. And admittedly, this is like a number of years ago, but, you know. On the other hand, right, like, looks a little bit hypocritical. In 2020, Alibaba is a Chinese company which operates e-commerce platforms, was named by the Secretary of State Mike Pompeo as a company Pompeo urged American companies to remove from their digital networks. Meanwhile, Kaisa Group is a Chinese real estate firm that was probed over allegations linked to a former state official involved in a graft investigation. Sidley Austin here's the references. So in 2014, Sidley Austin LLP lobbied on behalf of Purdue Pharma for $40,000. In 2015, again for Purdue Pharma was in $160,000. In 2020, Purdue Pharma, the maker of the OxyContin, agreed to a plea deal to criminal charges related to the marketing of painkiller and face penalties of $8.3 billion. The CCP was up to their shady shit back then, so he doesn't get a pass. That's what I mean, right? Like, it's long term. It's long term, not just what happened. What did you do with them recently? All right. Hey there, welcome. Purdue Pharma, quote, this is a quote from the New York Times. Purdue Pharma, the maker of OxyContin, has agreed to a plea deal to criminal charges related to its marketing of the addictive painkiller and faces penalties of roughly $8.3 billion, the Justice Department announced on Wednesday. The settlement could have paved the way for a resolution of thousands of lawsuits brought against the company for its role in a public health crisis that killed more than 450,000 Americans since 1999. The company's owners, members of the wealthy Sackler family, have agreed to pay up to $225 million in civil penalties. Prosecutors said the agreement did not preclude the filing of criminal charges against Purdue executives or individual Sacklers. The citation is Jeff Hoffman and Katie Banner, quote, Purdue Pharma pleads penalty to guilty criminal charges for opioid sales, the New York Times, 10/21/20. In a 2017 op-ed, Vance targeted OxyContin, quote, partially because of the high costs of those clinical trials and partially because of the larger dynamics of the American healthcare market. The development cost of new pharmaceuticals is extremely high. By some estimates, the cost of developing a new drug reaches as high as $2 billion. Yet the benefit of owning a popular drug are astronomical. Last year, the highest selling drug in the United States netted more than $10 billion in revenues. This creates a conundrum for drug developers, how to maximize blockbuster new therapies without... Blockbuster's a weird word to use there, but okay. New therapies without paying the high cost of drug development. In practice, this creates a remarkable incentive for big drug companies to repackage already tested and marketed therapies. And There are a variety of strategies pharmaceutical companies employ. They can seek extended patent protection for their blockbuster drugs, apply old drugs to new disease indications, or develop a new foundation for delivery mechanisms. The latter strategy led directly to the nation's most famous prescription opioid, OxyContin. J.D. Vance op-ed, quote, FDA overlooked dangers of painkillers, end quote, the Columbus Dispatch, 10/11/2017. Vance noted that Purdue Pharmaceuticals' claims about OxyContin were bogus and was the subject of lawsuits across the country. Quote, OxyContin, or Oxy, is, as it's often known, was sold by Purdue Pharmaceuticals and promised smooth and sustained pain control all day and night. Its active ingredient is an old, cheap narcotic. Though Purdue has developed a technique for to delay the full release of the drug's payload, its claims about all-day relief were bogus. So bogus, in fact, that Purdue was fined about $600 million in 2006 and is now a defendant in lawsuits all over the country. J.D. Vance op-ed, FDA overlooked dangers of painkiller, the Columbus Dispatch, 10/11/17. So it's from the same. These are from the same article, but you'll notice if you're paying attention. This is what he was saying in 2017, and they were being lobbied in 2024. Sorry, they were being lobbied in 2015 and 2014 while he was still working there. So in 2014, right, and 2015, J.D. Vance was working there while this lobbying was taking place, and then in 2017, he's writing in an op-ed how they were full of shit. Which, maybe he had insider knowledge, maybe he wasn't terribly related to the case, maybe, you can come up with a lot of excuses, but what you can't come up with is a definitive answer, because it's not transparent, right? Because it's not transparent. Because why would it be? Why would we want transparency in our politics? Why do we want consistency in our politics? I don't know. Why? Vance noted that then Attorney General Mike DeWine sued Purdue and other companies and correctly argued that the companies, quote, misled doctors and their patients about the potential for opioid abuse, end quote. Quote, indeed, Ohio Attorney General Mike DeWine recently initiated one such lawsuits against Purdue and other pharmaceutical companies. In the suit, DeWine correctly argues that drug makers misled doctors and their patients about the potential for opioid abuse, end quote. So the question then becomes, did J.D. Vance know that Purdue was full of shit while the company he was working for was lobbying to, I don't know. Why would I know? I'm just a goblin in a whole other country. Vance wrote that Purdue acted unethically. Why was Purdue ever legally permitted to market these drugs as non-addictive all-day pain relievers? Purdue certainly acted unethically and may have even acted illegally, but our legal system places one significant barrier between companies like Purdue and the American consumer, the FDA. Again, citation is the same. Vance also wrote that the problem with OxyContin were evident, quote, almost immediately. With Oxy, evidence of its potential problems arose almost immediately. A single dose, for instance, promised to relieve pain for 12 hours, period, but about half of the enrollees of OxyContin's first clinical trials required additional medication before their 12 hours elapsed, according to one report, period, and despite the potential for addiction that any narcotic opioid possesses, Purdue never tested the drug at a 6 or 8 hour pain reliever before selling it. The FDA never required that testing, and the rest is history. OxyContin became one of the most successful pharmaceutical products in the country. A number of the other prescription opioids followed into the market, and America's consumption for opioid pain medication skyrocketed. So, is the answer to that then to defund the FDA, or is the answer to that make the FDA better and give it more tools and resources to actually test and follow through on these things? I feel like kneecapping the FDA isn't going to help you, unless you're going to put something else in there, but what are you going to put in there that's not going to be at least basically doing the minimum of what the FDA was already doing, and some more. Right? On the other hand, did J.D. Vance know about this? And if J.D. Vance knew about it, why didn't he alert the FDA at the time? He was there. He said it was obvious. Alibaba. In 2014, Sidley Austin LLP lobbied on behalf of the Alibaba Group for $50,000. And in 2015, LLP lobbied on behalf of the Alibaba Group for $10,000. In 2020, Alibaba, a Chinese company which operates e-commerce platforms, was named by Secretary of State Mike Pompeo as a company. Pompeo urged American companies to remove from their digital networks. Quote, Alibaba hasn't yet been threatened with the same kind of sanctions that the U.S. President Donald Trump has proposed or levied against other Chinese tech firms. And Trump has even spoken fondly of company founder Jack Ma, calling him a friend of mine. Earlier this year, after the Chinese billionaire said he would donate supplies for fighting the coronavirus pandemic, period. But the company is on the minds of U.S. officials. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo name-checked Alibaba last week and urged American companies to remove untrusted Chinese-owned technology from their digital networks. Alibaba, which did not respond to requests for comment for this story, operates widely popular e-commerce platforms, mostly available in China and other Southeast Asian markets. It also started Alipay, one of the most dominant payment apps in China, alongside Tencent WeChat Pay. This is Chesh Pham, quote, after TikTok and WeChat, Alibaba could be the next target in Trump's tech war, end quote, CNN Business, 08/13/2020. So to be clear, this is something that, this is, from my understanding, I do not think Alibaba ever did get banned in America from my knowledge. If I'm incorrect about that, please correct me in the chat. I don't think they did. I don't recall, but I might be wrong. I might have missed it. There was a lot going on in 2020. But again, you'll notice Trump being buddies with the CCP. Go figure. April, who's been a member for 92 months, says, "You look hot today. Love the fit. What I miss?" Thank you. We're just looking at, all you really missed was J.D. Vance's voting history. He's voted Republican or not at all so far. Also that J.D. Vance was working for the firm that lobbied on behalf of Oxycontin, that crazy Oxycontin firm, and then later, like in 2014, 2015, and then in 2017, he was like, hey, these guys were obviously bad the whole time, and this is the FDA's fault. And so now we're looking at how he was also part of this group when they were lobbying on behalf of Alibaba, which is CCP-owned tech giant that is a little bit scary, that has been backed by Trump. The Kaisa Group. In 2015, Sidley Austin LLP represented Kaisa Group Holdings, a Chinese real estate firm that was probed over alleged links to a former state official involved in a graft investigation. Quote, Shenzhen? The Shenzhen government, I might be pronouncing that wrong, and I'm sorry. The Shenzhen government is holding talks with several property developers to orchestrate investments in troubled real estate firm Kaisa Group Holdings Ltd, 01638.HK. Bloomberg News reported, citing unnamed sources, Kaisa is under probe over alleged links to Zhang Xinyu, the former Secretary-Chief of Southern Chinese City, who was taken into custody in a graft investigation. The company failed to make a U.S. $23 million coupon payment due January 8th on its U.S. $500 million of 2020 dollar bonds, putting it at risk of becoming the first mainland developer to default on U.S. currency debt. Ellipses. Moelis & Co. is in talks with several Kaisa note holders, while law firm Kirkland & Ellis LLP is representing holders of its convertible debt debentures. Kaisa has hired Sydney Austin LLP to advise on debt restructuring. The citation is Shenzhen government holds talks with potential Kaisa investors, EJ Insight 01/23/2015. So if you want to look up any of that. Hey, if it makes you feel any better, this is like this is all the tea on JD Vance. Criminal record. JD Vance has been issued at least one traffic citation for which he paid a $95 fine. In September 2006, JD Vance, then Hamill, was issued a traffic citation for speeding in Fairborn, Ohio. Case number TRD 0610349, Fairborn Municipal Court, filed 09/07/06. Party involved, there's JD Vance. Race, undocumented. Sex, undocumented. Eye color, undocumented. Height, undocumented. Weight, undocumented. Hair color, undocumented. Warrants, none. Blah, blah, blah. The citation. Vance paid $95 fine for the citation. Police records. Note, no immediate actionable information could be gleaned from municipal law enforcement records relating to JD Vance. Real estate, and then it's real estate records, and then something is blacked out. So some of this has been redacted, as you can tell. This is the primary residence owned by JD Vance and his wife, Usha, through a holding company, name blacked out, LLC. The single-family residence comprises of 4 bedrooms and 4.5 bathrooms and has a 2023 total value of $1,365,490. Vance and his wife have owned this property since June of 2018 and transferred the property to their holdings company in December of 2020. Redacted. Price, 4 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms. 4.5 bathrooms? Are you fucking... You only have 4 bedrooms. Why the fuck do you need 4.5 bathrooms? You have more bathroom than bedroom. Huh? What? Am I crazy? That seems wacky to me. I don't know. Tax information. In 2024, brain, Vance will paid $29,287.02 in total municipal property tax. Hamilton County Auditor assessed in 02/20/2024 is the citation. And then here's the reference if you want the tax information. It's not right there. And then there's a redacted bit, and then it says, this is an additional property owned by J.D. Vance and his wife, Usha. This single, or Usha, I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce her name. This single family residence comprises 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms and has a 2023 assessed value of $718,000. Vance and his wife have owned this property since September of 2014. And redacted. Total bedrooms, total bathrooms, 2 and 2. What? I mean, I understand, like, having a bathroom on the main floor and then having the bathroom upstairs and then having two bedrooms. But having 4 bedrooms and 4.5 bathrooms, I understand, like, there's gonna be a half bathroom downstairs, right? And then maybe there's like a half bathroom in the basement and then like a full bathroom. Why would you need a full bathroom on the main floor? Usha? I'm getting O or oo. It's either Usha or Osha. Noted, thank you. Tax information. In 2024, Vance will paid $6,043.68 in total municipal property taxes. Washington, D.C. assessor assessed 02/20/2024. And here's the reference, and then bankruptcies, judgments, and lines records. In October of 2023, J.D. Vance and Keel Brennan Marquise filed a small claims complaint against Bluebird Partners, LLC, demanding $4,200 for rent and damages. In January 2014, the parties appeared to have settled and the case was dismissed. Oshaha? You guys don't even know how to pronounce it. Small claims. J.D. Vance et al. Versus Bluebird Partners LLC in October 2013. Vance and blah, 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 blah. We just read that. This was in New Haven, Connecticut. And then the case number, if anybody wants to look it up, is SCC-510422, James Vance et al. V. Bluebird Partner LLC, New Haven Clerk of Court filed 10/09, 2013. And then there's the citation for the rental damages, the named parties, answer of notice, deposition sent, yada yada yada. In January of 2014, the parties appear to have settled and the case was dismissed. Blah blah blah. Legal issues. Note: no legal issues of note could be found for J.D. Vance. Business records. Vance is the current manager of two Ohio domiciled businesses, J.D. Vance Enterprise LLC and JDE Enterprise Investment LLC. Both companies are active too. According to his own disclosures, Vance is a former partner of three Delaware domiciles, Ohio registered businesses, Naria Capital Management LLC, Naria Capital Fund I or 1 LP, and Naira Capital GP 1 LLC. So, is domicile not like housing? So when JD Vance is talking about rent being too high and nobody having houses, because he's a real estate investor. And maybe he would be compromised in lowering housing prices for people if he's a real estate investor. J.D. Vance Enterprises LLC. In February 2017, Vance incorporated J.D. Vance Enterprises LLC as a domestic for-profit entity with Secretary of State. Ohio Secretary of State filed 02/22/2017, domestic limited liability company. The company is currently, and again, there's some stuff redacted. This is the agent restraint information. The company is currently active to date. Ohio Secretary of State assessed 02/23/2024. Question. I know that the President of the United States is not supposed to have any, like, business ties, and they're, like, the most, like, notable one is giving up his peanut farm, right? And then Trump having a lot of problems by, I put it in a trust that my family controls and I don't know anything about, and then also I hired all my family members to work in government. Bullshit. Like, if that wasn't, like, I don't know how anybody fucking let that stand, but, whatever. Does the same rule apply to the vice president? Like, would J.D. Vance have to give these businesses up, or hand them over, or... Have a good day, Marcy. I just don't know if that's a rule. Being not from America, does anybody know? I'm not sure. In February of 2018, Vance incorporated JDE Enterprise Investment LLC as a domestic for-profit entity with Secretary of State, filed 02/22/2018. The company is currently active to date. Ohio Secretary of State assessed 02/23/2024. Naira Capital Management LLC. In January 2020, Naira Capital Management LLC was registered with the Ohio Secretary of State, filed 01/27/2020. The company is currently active to date as of 02/23/2024 of the Ohio Secretary of State assessed. Naira Capital Fund I-1 LP. In June of 2019, Naira Capital Fund 1 LP was registered with the Ohio Secretary of State, filed 06/21/2019. The company is currently active to date. Ohio Secretary of State assessed in 02/2023/2024. Again, this is what receipts look like. This is what references look like. This is what this is what evidence looks like. In January of this is what citations look like. In January 2020, Naira Capital GP1 LLC was registered with the Ohio Secretary of State and filed 01/27/2020. Foreign Limited Liability Company. The company is currently active to date. Ohio Secretary of State assessed in 02/23/2024. Note, all of the above Naira companies were incorporated in Delaware, likely for tax purposes. Vance has declared interest on each of these companies on his disclosures. Nonprofit records. J.D. Vance is the former honorary chairman of the Ohio domicile nonprofit Our Ohio Renewal, which he served on between 2019 and 2022. Wait. So he worked a domicile nonprofit in Ohio. He was the former honorary chairman of whilst owning for-profit domicile companies? Is that legit? Does that seem weird? Like maybe it's beyond me. Maybe that's beyond me. Does that seem sketchy to anybody else? I guess like honorary chairman isn't necessarily like a position of weird, like real power, but that makes it more weird. Like why? Okay. In May 2017, Our Ohio Renewal Foundation. In May 2017, Our Ohio Renewal Foundation was incorporated as a domestic nonprofit with Ohio Secretary of State, filed 05/16/2017. In May 2022, the organization was canceled for failing to file its statement of continued existence, filed 05/16/2022. Vance declared he was the honorary chairman of Our Ohio Renewal between 2019 and 2022. The citation is 2022 Personal Finance Disclosure, Clerk of State of the U.S. State, filed 10/30/2023. What? Okay, so the position dates is February 2017 to present. Other member, J.D. Vance Enterprises, LLC, Columbus, Ohio. Entity name, company, comments, N.A. June 2019 to December 2022. Partner, Naira Capital Management, LLC, Cincinnati, Ohio, Corporation. And then January 2017 to November 2021, other honorary chairman, Our Ohio Renewal, Cincinnati, Ohio, nonprofit organization. What? So, wait. In May of 2022, the organization was canceled for failing to file its statement of continued existence. Vance declared he was the honorary chairman of Our Ohio Renewal between June of 2019 and December of 2022. May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. 7 months? What? Okay. Professional and recreational licenses. J.D. Vance has been a licensed attorney in the state of Kentucky since October 18th, 2013. Attorney's license, the Kentucky Bar assessed in 02/23/2024. This is his paperwork, his bar stuff. Personal financial disclosure. On his 2022 personal financial disclosure, J.D. Vance declared his net worth was valued between $3,708,154 and $10,394,999, stemming from assets valued between $4,208,154 and $10,645,000, and liabilities totaling between $250,001 and $500,000. Outside of his standard investments in mutual and index funds, the majority of Vance's assets are investments through his companies, J.D. Vance Enterprises and Naira Capital, which investments in a variety of companies across the country. Vance listed his positions with both companies and, interestingly, declared he received more than $100 and $10,000 in salary from Naira, which appears to be in conflict with the 1987 Ethics in Government Act, which states representatives and senators are limited to earning 15% in excess of their yearly congressional salary. Vance also received nearly $1 million in income from Naira, which appears to be from his partnership dividends. Oh, go figure. Who'd have thought? Hey Jax, I hope your arm's feeling okay. 2022 Personal Finance Disclosure, U.S. Senate net worth. Vance's calculable net worth was valued between $3,708,154 and $10,394,999. This is from the citations, right? So the last of so that was like the way this, I love the way this document's written. So this part of the document is just giving you the overview of what they're about to like then show, right? So the citation for the amounts of money are from the 2022 Personal Finance Disclosure, Clerk of the United States, filed 10/30/2023, and then his assets from the same place, filed at the same time and same time. So if you wanted to go check them, you can go and check them. Here is a chart that basically lists out his assets. So like residential real estate, $5,001 to $1 million, income $15,001 to $50,000, QQQ and Investco QQQ Trust Series, same amount, and then none or less than $201. Then we've got DIA, SPDR, Dow Jones Industrial Advantage, ETF, SPY, SPDR, S&P 500, the Huntington National Bank, investment in Memoir Inc., DBA chapter, Marcus Goldman Sachs, account number 1, APPH, App Harvest Inc., common stock, investment in Rumble, guys, JD Vance has investments in fucking Rumble, cause of fucking course he would. USAA Federal Savings Bank account 69, Marcus Goldman and Sachs account number 5, so there's 2 of those. TLT iShares, 21 plus year Treasury Bond ETF, SPDR Gold Shares, ETF EC, and Charles Schwab. And the amounts are pretty much the same throughout. There's a drop from 500,000 to 250,000 and then to 100,000. So take that as you will. Then we've got BTC. Oh, Robinhood. He invested in fucking Robinhood. Walmart Inc. Investment in Chirotherapies. Marcus Goldman and Sachs account number 2. Marcus Goldman and Goldman Sachs account number 3. Marcus Goldman Sachs account number 4. So we are accounts number 1 through 5 so far in Goldman and Sachs. We've got Oil K, free crude oil strategy, investments in Art Trader, investment in Burnin Therapeutics, in Hollow, App Harvest again, investment in Memoir again, investment in Rumble again, Burnin Therapeutics again, Hollow again, Schwab California, Somersault, Water Audit, 75 Degrees Inc., investment in 8 Stage, Arbordy Health, Tality, investment in America Academy Inc., Amplion, Andruli Industries, Anvil, Harvest App again, Atlas Space Operations, ooh, Atmos Nuclear and Space Corporation, Aurora Insights, Back to Roots, Backlots Cars, Bird Inc., Bidr, Bionaut Labs, Blockable, Brace Software, Branch Financial, Care Academy, Caribou Inc., Catalyst IT Services, Chase Therapeutics, Collective Hotels and Retreats, Deep Convo, Demand Jump, Dispatch Lit, Edsum Microgrids, EIE Materials, Energy Intelligence, Ethics, but it's not like IC, it's ethics like ETHEX Software, Fiscal Note, Flavor Cloud, Flurry, Flydesk, Foxtrot Ventures, Freight Waves, FTC Holdings, Gathering Inc., Global Uprising PBC, Glow Technologies, Go Guardian Investment Holdings, Gramercy Technologies, Guard Hatch Technologies, Healthcare Interactive, Hermes Corporation, Huge Legal Technology Company, ICX Media, Ideal Spot, Immersive Tech, InScope Medical Solutions, Insight Health, JMM Partners DE Inc., 4K Connecticut, 4K Connect, Kidizens, KIDIZEN, Kiswe Mobile, KISWE, Ledger Investing, Lifeloop, Locker Dome, Lucent Loti, Lunar Labs, Link Global, Mantle, MANTL, Medic Technologies, Meg Computing, Mend Tech, Mint Apartment Cleaning, Mixed Trucks, Neighbor Storage, Neighborhood Goods, Neolight, Neoscience, Nixon, Off the Record, Ordway Labs, Party Slate, Patient One, Peanut Butter Inc. Bros invested in Peanut Butter Inc. What the fuck? Bruh. Oh my god. Pop Biotechnologies, Pops Diabetes Care, Pyron Incorporated. Oh, diabetes, isn't that insulin? Is he's invested in the inflated price of insulin? Who'd have thought? Pyron Incorporated, Quick, Raptor Acquisition Holdings, Ready Responders, Replica Inc., SAS Industries, Scully, Shearshare, Suisu Global Health, Slingshot Aerospace, Smartwire, Soul Power, and like SOLE, Soul. Spark Change, StockX, Stored, Structural, Tap Projects, The Next One's on Me, Inc., Thrive Global Holdings, Understory, VMOS, VEMOS, Visage Enterprise, Waymark, We Quit Inc., Wealthforge Holdings, Y Hotel, Wirewheel, World View Enterprises, World Water Holdings, Zendu, as in XENDOO, Zen Business, Xylo, Acre Trader, Amplify Bio, Kyra Therapies, USAA Federal Savings Bank Account number X87, Navy Federal Credit Union, Charles Schwab again. I feel like I need to look up Charles Schwab. Hold on. I feel like somebody needs to look up every single one of these, and it ain't gonna be me. Not this time. A lot of the time I do, and I'm not this time. No, you can't make me. What is this? Charles Schwab, a modern approach to investment and retirement. Charles Schwab offers investment products and services, including brokerage and retirement accounts, online trading, and more. Charles Robert Schwab Sr., born in July 29th, 1937, is an American investor and financial executive. He's the founder and chairman of Charles Schwab Corporation and pioneered discount sales and equity security starting in 1975. All right. Naira Capital Management LLC, Rise of the Rest Seed Fund, Navy Federal Credit Union, SWTXX Schwab Municipal Money Fund Investor Shares. Whew, this was 2022 personal finance disclosure. Clerk of the United States Senate filed 10/30/2023. Liabilities. Vance declared a mortgage valued between $250,001 and $500,000 to Navy Federal Credit Union as a liability. Earned income. Vance declared that he earned $110,148 in salary from Naira Capital Management LLC. Vance declared that he earned $121,376 in royalties from HarperCollins. Vance declared his spouse earned less than $1,000 in salary from Munger, Trolls, and Olson LLP. Note, according to the 1978 Ethics in Government Act, representatives and senators are limited to earning 15% in excess of their yearly congressional salary. Positions. Vance declared that he had been a member of J.D. Vance Enterprises LLC since February of 2017. Vance declared he was a partner of Naira Capital Management LLC between June 2019 and December 2022. Vance declared he was the honorary chairman of Our Ohio Renewable between June 2019 and December 2022. Agreements. Vance declared a royalty agreement with HarperCollins established in July of 2013 for his book Hillbilly Elegy. This was this is 2022 personal finance disclosure. Clerk of the United States Senate filed 10/30/2023. Vance's anti-Trump, and that's the end. That's his financial. This then jumps to his anti-Trump record. So, that is J.D. Vance's fucking finances. So if anybody is curious, I would be very, very, very interested if anybody knows anything in addition to the ones that are referenced. I don't think I'm going to look them up right now live on stream, although I have done stuff like that before in the past. I don't think we necessarily need to. I think some of it just speaks for itself. I think the amount of money he's talking about, as well as the 1978 Ethics in Government Act, definitely put his service into question. And I mean, I don't know if that's going to change anybody's mind. I don't know if this information is valuable to anybody. I hope it helps you argue on Twitter, if that helps, or when you want to have, or when you end up having these conversations with any kind of family members that you may or may not be dealing with. I hope everybody has oh, hi Feline, you caught me right at the end. This was a short one today because we just went through his all of J.D. Vance's finances. Hey, he's invested in Rumble. Today I learned. So yeah, it's just a short one today. I'll be back with some more Mart in a little bit. I'm gonna get something to eat. And I will see you over on Twitch if you guys are interested. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Next Thursday, we're going to talk about Vance's anti-Trump record and establishment ties. Okay, bye. You know, Puck, it's just nice reading a document that's actually well put together and isn't like a chat GPT fucking nightmare creature. I, for one, appreciate that.